My name is Tony Wales, and I'm from the UK, and I've been in publishing for nearly 50 years, and I retired a few years ago, and I'm now a publishing consultant. And so I travel to a lot of countries to offer help and advice to publishers and writers in different parts of the world. And what I'd like to share with you today is really a question of financial responsibility, because publishing, as I often say to people, is like a four-legged table. It's no good if there are three legs, and one of the legs has to be financial. And so we're responsible not just for the editorial content and the marketing and so on, but for our finances. We need to be good stewards before God. And so one of the things that I like to say is that you've got to get your publishing table in balance. That leg is very important. Somebody has said that we breathe to live, but we don't live to breathe. And I think one of the important things is to realize that the same is true of financial responsibility. It's very important, but it's not the primary purpose why we're in Christian publishing. So what I would like to just share with you is really how important it is for our financial health in publishing. It's a bit like when we feel bad physically. We go to the doctor for a physical checkup, for a health check. And in the same way, we need to be careful that we're constantly looking after the financial health of our organization. Jesus actually commands us at one point in Luke's Gospel, chapter 14, to be very careful about counting the cost of discipleship. And he tells this anecdote about if somebody wants to build a tower, that he's going to be very careful to count the cost before he starts building. And even, I suppose, as you go on building a building, you need to be careful that you're not overrunning the costs. In the same way, Jesus calls us to that kind of stewardship for our organization. And he actually said this: suppose one of you wants to build a tower, will he not first sit down and estimate the cost to see if he has enough money to complete it? For if he lays the foundation but isn't able to finish the building, everyone who sees it will ridicule him, saying, "This fellow began to build and was not able to finish." So the importance of a health check on our finances is very important indeed. And this is why we need to understand how to plan and how to understand our finances. Now, I'm not here, we don't have enough time to go into all the detail, but I just leave you with the challenge that the same principles apply to our organization as they apply to ourselves personally. We look after our own finances, we try to plan our own expenditure and our own income, and in the same way, we are stewards of God's resources to be financially responsible for our organization. Thank you.